Hi everyone, this is Austin from Raw Bliss. I found something really interesting. There's this website called Breatharian.com. And the way I found out about this was my friend was interviewing this guy, Brandon Day, D-E-Y. And he was talking about this website, and he's like one of the founders of the Breatharian Institute of America. And it was based on this guy Wiley Brooks, who was a supposed breatharian, meaning he ate little to no food. Little. They still call themselves a breatharian even if they eat a little food. But this guy was on this show back in the day, and he was like lifting like 1,000 pounds or something, and he's like this super skinny guy, and they were like, whoa, how do you do that? And they called him like Superman and stuff. And then I was just like, I was listening to this guy talk, this Brandon guy talk about Wiley, and he's like, I am Wiley. Like Wiley was my mentor, and like before he died, he told me everything. And I looked at this website, and I was looking at like some of the footage of Wiley like that's available on YouTube, and the guy never talked about like the weird freaking stuff that's on this website. So I have it here. So yeah, you can go to this one. It's a freaking fun. It's so funny. So yeah, who's Wiley Brooks? So first of all, he came, from a different planet. Of course, he was sent here to initiate people with the fifth dimensional diet, breatharianism, and stuff like that, and teach people. Oh, his past lives, by the way, he was incarnated as Adam. I'm guessing they were talking about in the Bible. Zeus, Yeshua, Jesus, the Christ, of course, Joshua, Elijah, John the Baptist, St. Francis, Cthulhu, Balthazar, king of Syria, Mughal emperor in India, Joseph Smith, and William Mulholland. Okay, so those are his past lives, according to Brandon. King Arthur of Camelot. Yeah, okay. So yeah, he was. They first knew about him in 1981. He appeared on this show, That's Incredible, and he lifted 1,100 pounds of weights, nearly 10 times his own body weight. And so yeah, Brandon says. He says Wiley says this, but I don't know. My DNA came to humanity by the means of the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail. And all of you in the world now hold this DNA in your blood. My DNA runs in your veins, and I come now to enliven it. So this is where it gets really interesting. The diet that they recommend for breatharians, breatharians, of course, if you guys don't know, they use different energy cultivation techniques. They do like qigong and meditate and do sun gazing and different breathing techniques to cultivate energy without having to eat food, physical food. They say, oh, we're fifth dimensional beings, and we came to this 3D planet by accident, and everything is just for entertainment. So we just eat for entertainment. And so yeah, this is where it gets really interesting. The diet they recommend for breatharians is to eat a quarter pounder with cheese, I believe that's the burger, and a Diet Coke from McDonald's. And it has to be from McDonald's, you guys. Okay? And so yeah, Wiley was quoted here, "We ate ourselves into this problem, and now we will eat ourselves out of it." Okay, so why the McDonald's and Diet Coke, you may ask? If you're a true breatharian, why do you recommend a diet of Diet Coke and McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese meal? Okay. First of all, we live in a third dimension. This is not our natural home. Being here as long as we have been was not intentional. We didn't plan to stay here permanently. You could say it was purely by accident that we ended up getting stuck in the 3D world Earth. Without a doubt, it's the most beautiful planet in the Milky Way galaxy, and that is why it was the vacation spot of the galaxy for millions of years. There was always a constant stream of visitors coming here from galaxies and worlds wide. Like all societies, there are always people who want to up the ante by increasing the intensity of sensations of 5D being normally experienced on their visits to Earth by staying for longer and longer periods of time. It would be like the sensation or high you get by riding a roller coaster and having it go faster and faster. One of the most exciting things about coming to Earth was eating 3D food. Food was not eaten for nutrition, but for the exquisite taste and sensations. Just like today, there are many 3D restaurants, 3D shops, clothes, and thousands of 3D things you could buy and take back to your 5D world. This was the most exciting thing to do, just like the feelings you get when you go on a shopping spree to Las Vegas or whatever. After millions of years of these activities, making their vacation times longer and longer, eating more and more 3D foods, it was like the fad of the time to be 3D. At the first part of this millions of years fun period, everybody got up in the 3D fads and sensations. We stopped noticing the slight discomfort we would normally get when staying too long in this density. It had become less bothersome. Someone even came up with a brilliant idea to eliminate these "you have overstayed your time" symptoms altogether. By brewing up a concoction of 3D foods and herbs, a new miracle drug was manifested to take care of this problem once and for all. The brew was similar to what you know as today as ice cream. The main active ingredients were carbon-based sugars and iron. It gets better. The new miracle drug took the galaxy by storm. Now anyone could come to Earth and stay as long as they wanted to, and even eat the 3D foods without any noticeable after effects. This certainly was the talk of the galaxy for a long time. Now even more visitors are streaming to the planet, eating more 3D food and staying longer. Herein is where the fall actually began. The after effects you used to get from eating 3D foods that you thought you'd got rid of are now back to bite you in the butt. Since I am on the subject of 3D foods, I may as well address the question, why do you ask not to eat any fruits and vegetables while on the 5 magic words diet, they call it? The seat of the multi-dimensional mind that controls the physical body is the stomach. You are what you eat, of course. The body-mind itself is the human heart. The dimension that your body will gravitate to or harmonize with is dictated by the directions from the heart. Communication with the heart or body-mind is done with light and sound. The real bloodstream of the physical body is a form of liquid light. The digestive system is designed to extract or digest the sound and light frequencies from our words, thoughts, and condense them into liquid light. By changing the frequencies of the heart, you change the frequency of this light, which in turn changes the frequency of the body. When your words and thoughts or foods are 3D based, it is inevitable that the body must follow. Likewise, when your words and thoughts are foods are 5D based, guess what happens to the body? Now let me ask you a question. Can you tell what words and thoughts and foods are 5D based? Would you believe a double quarter pounder with cheese and Diet Coke could possibly be 5D based? The frequencies of a substance dictated by its components, parts, in other words, the sum total frequencies of all its parts equal to the base frequency of that item. And he asks all these questions. Do you know the base frequency of words, thoughts, and foods? Do you know the base frequency of the 5 magic words that I give you? Have you ever thought the ascension process, which is a life and death situation, might all boil down to what you say, think, and eat? Yeah. In the beginning was the Word was God, and the Word is God. The best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. You are what you eat, yes. The secret in the Diet Coke is liquid light. Of course, everybody knows that. Diet Coke is so healthy. It makes people just feel so light and just, yes, Diet Coke, it's the answer. The type of container and its size combined with the Diet Coke ingredients equal the base frequency of its liquid light. Okay, so it has to be a large Diet Coke, okay? It can't be a medium. It has to be in the McDonald's, cup. You can't bring your own cup. Breatharians don't reuse, that plastic only, okay? Make sure everything's just straight from McDonald's, okay? Why do you ask us to only drink Diet Coke and not any other kind of liquids like fruit and vegetable juices and water? This makes no sense. Well, I'm glad you asked. So this is Wiley talking. This is what they say on the website. Wiley is talking here, the guy that lifts 1,000 pounds, you know. Well, I'm glad you asked this specific question, because just as I sat down to write the answer to your question, a scientific study of the effect of Diet Coke, regular Coke, and other sugar drinks have on the teeth was brought to my attention. Talk about divine timing. Basically, the study concluded that fruit juices in particular have a greater effect on enamel erosion, due in part to their organic acid content. The study concluded that despite the different proportions of glucose, fructose, and sucrose, the drop in pH remained the same. All sugars were found to have the same effect on plaque enamel erosion. Now here comes the kicker. The report concluded, however, the pH with either regular or diet soft drinks did not reach the critical pH, which is expected for enamel demineralization and dissolution. Now let's get to answering the question, why only drink Diet Coke? I can go a lot farther on the subject of Diet Coke. Oh, who couldn't? I mean, come on, it's the best, right? Than any 3D study can detect. Somewhat antiquated instruments, as the study found even regular soft drinks with sugar did not erode the teeth like natural fruit drinks. The Diet Coke, in addition to not hurting your teeth, it actually helps your teeth, you guys. That's what he said. It helps your teeth. The 5D qualities in the Coke act as a type of binding agent, which binds all of the other sugars and toxins in the meal being digested at that time to the beef in the burger. So you have to have it in combination, okay? It's not the Diet Coke just on its own, but it's in combination with the burger. Okay, the beef acts as a catalyst that draws the toxins to the digestive tract and escorts them out of the body as waste. 5D breatharians can get some of their nutrition from solid foods, but the main source is directly from breathing. All 3D foods, water, and air are sources of harmful radiation and hundreds of toxic pollutants. And I do mean all 3D foods, water, and air. I guess they mean except for double quarter pounder and cheese with a Diet Coke. I mean, there's no way there's any pollutants in that. There's no way there's any harmful radiation, right? Okay, let's continue. Breatharian.com if you guys want to see this. Amazing stuff. Groundbreaking, life-changing information. Why meat? Wiley said the double quarter pounder, which does contain beef. I meant only this beef. As I said before, the cow consciousness is a group of fully conscious, very high-dimensional beings who don't experience death the way you think about it. They know there is such thing as death, only transition from one reality to another, and there are many realities to visit. So stop worrying about them. You are the ones in hot soup. Like you, they too incarnated at this time to help with the ascension process by providing the high-dimensional food, beef, for humans. They are aware that we are not 3D food eaters. They provide 5D food for humans by converting 3D foods into 5D flesh. Okay? Just so you know, quarter pounder with cheese, 5D. Okay? Beef, 5D. Everything else, 3D. Okay? It's 2 dimensions higher. Beef is like it's the pinnacle of just like conscious, like you become enlightened as soon as you have a quarter pounder with cheese, you know? This is why they have so many stomachs and why they seem to be so content just eating and chewing 3D food all day. That's their job. Our true food, if we actually needed to eat, is sound and light. Yes, of course. Of course. That is why every being in the world loves music. So start listening to some good music when you can and make this adventure as fun as we work our way back to our real home. India did get it right about the cows being sacred, but they got it wrong about which part of the cows are most important. The flesh is 5D or higher, but the milk and its byproducts are 3D waste. The milk and its byproducts. You're eating a quarter pounder with cheese. Where does cheese come from? It comes from milk. These guys are contradicting themselves. Oh, God. What a freaking great website, you guys. Woo! This includes tons of methane gas they produce every day. But when you are anchored to the 5D world, even the methane gas becomes your best friend. It helps to clean up the air for you by converting free oxygen to nitrogen dioxide. Oxygen is a very deadly substance for 5D. What? What? Breatharians, oxygen is very deadly for us. Yeah. So we're just going to live off of it. I love this. So your pollutions have really aided you in the surviving to this time. While the 5D grids were being constructed, these grids are referred to in some religious texts as the firmament. At this point in the ascension process, your forests are your worst obstacles. 5D plants do not produce free oxygen into the air, they produce water. The cactus is a true 5D plant. It survives without the need for water because it produces its own. But they don't serve cactuses at McDonald's, so I don't know. I don't know if it's really 5D. You know, obviously McDonald's is enlightenment personified, you know, a corporation. Anyways, 5D air consists of a liquid gold mist. Yeah, okay. It's not oxygen, liquid gold mist. You may start to see these gold vapors in the 3D air as it mixes with 5D air. 5D air, okay. This explains also why I asked my initiates to travel to the high deserts in Utah, where there is less 3D vegetation. Most desert plants, such as cactus, are true 5D plants. Yeah. They produce their own water, blah, blah, blah. Forest and plants of the future. God, the spelling and the grammatical errors in this really on point. Like breatharians, they're just so beyond this 3D world. They don't have to worry about our simple 3D language. Like, they're just so beyond that 5D all day, man. Most water in the four corner states contain 5D water. You may not be able to detect the gold yet with 3D instruments. This should answer the question, why you say you don't drink any water? The 5D Earth is currently accessible through various etheric portals, mainly in the four corner states. During my initiations, I take you there if you are ready. So do the 5 magic words diet with this mantra? Of course. It's a $200,000 gift to you from the universe. Don't let it go to waste because of your analytical mind. If you can't get through this first level of the initiations at $200,000, what makes you think you'll do it at the next level, which is $400,000 cash? And the price keeps rising as your power progresses. So just do it. Don't judge it. This is what it says. One of the most important things you will become aware of as you use the 5 magic words is the illogical thinking you are practicing every day as you go about your 3D activities. For example, most people would gladly pay me any amount of money that I asked for if I had brought you a program that promised to extend your life for another 120 years. Even if I had told you that no life forms will be able to live on the surface of this planet in a few years at best, that you would not have believed. Instead, I tell you I can and have given you a program that will extend your life forever. Let's just say 20,000 years for now. Years for now. That's what he said. A figure you can get your 3D mind around and escort you to a planet or world that exists right now and will continue to exist for an eternity. And you think this process should be free? Are you joking, mate? Free? To many of you think anything that is truly spiritual should have no need for money. Everything is spiritual, especially money. That's the most spiritual, money. Do you think maybe the creators made a mistake by creating the current money system, even though it uses paper instead of metal? The next time we create a money system for a 3D game world, we'll be sure to check first with all you creators that just can't seem to give the current money system any respect. So I say, let's get on with the task at hand. I have put my money where my mouth is. It is now time for you creators who are reading these words to walk your walk and hold the talk for a while. You will be the only examples of the millions of people on this planet to look for solace and guidance. Now is the time, so let's just do it. Does what I'm saying seem logical to you? They quoted Mr. Spock there. That's nice. A little Spock reference. A little 3D movie quote. Here's a typical response I get from the die-hard 3D food holdouts. Vegans, vegetarians, and fruitarians. Oh, cool. At this time, I will stick to my fresh bananas, apples, oats, nuts, veggies, and other foods until I see a more reasonable justification. How do you suppose he'll ever see more reasonable justification when they are all in his 5D world, and which requires the development of 5D vision? Do you think that just maybe if he eats pure, organic, fresh, and natural 3D foods, he'll improve his 5D vision? You are what you eat. Again, yes. Has anyone ever heard this quote before? When we want to remain in 3D, we eat 3D foods. If you want to return to 5D, guess what kind of foods we need? Yes, I'm pounding the message in, even though it seems like a no-brainer to many of you. I don't have the time you think you have. To complete my task, excuse me if I seem like I'm in a bit of a hurry, because I definitely am. My time to run out. This guy's grammar is excellent, dude. I'm pretty sure English is his first language, too. This is why I choose to give to the world the first step in the initiations for free. The ball is in your court. So let's not dilly-dally about it. Here is a science article that'll drive my point home. Oh, great. Oh, I should click on that. The title is Astronomers Astonished by Monstrous Star Explosion. Please read the complete article. And then at the bottom it says Wiley Brooks, Breatharian. He died a little while ago. And it's interesting, like right after he died, like Brandon was like, oh, time for me to make a website and charge people $200,000 so I can teach them these magic words of the fifth dimension. So yeah, that's it for this video. Go to the website, check it out, breatharian.com. Let me know what you think about this Wiley Brooks guy, and an interview excerpt circa 2009. So this is from an interview, he says. I haven't seen any of this online. I looked into the Wiley Brooks thing, and so yeah, just to recap. Okay. 5D food, double quarter pounder with cheese, and a Diet Coke, okay? The Diet Coke, in combination with the quarter pounder with cheese, it binds toxins, it pulls the sugars, and it connects you to the 5-dimensional ether, okay? It's the only food in the world. And cactus. You can have cactus too because it creates its own water. It's very powerful. So yeah, cactus, McDonald's, and breath. We don't breathe oxygen, no, that's toxic. We breathe gold mist from the air. Gold mist. It's everywhere. It's all around us. You just can't see it because you're not tapped into the higher dimensions. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more. I thought this was fun. I had to share it with you guys. Breatharian.com. Check out the Breatharian Institute. Follow Brandon Day. Yeah, he definitely sounds like he knows what he's talking about. And the guy sounds so serious when he talks. He's like one of the most serious people like I've ever talked. I don't even know. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace and love.